Happy New Year.
Yay! Happy New Year!
It's almost New Year's where you are, right? So we got a few more hours here. Sorry about the neck thing. I'm having neck issues here.
Oh no. Yeah,
So
it's the afternoon here. It's about 4:15. So yeah, we'll be on here for maybe 45 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go start celebrating.
yeah, absolutely. Um, so um, we want to talk to you guys about Veganuary, if you've ever heard of it, if you haven't. And actually, first off, if anybody wants to share this out, please feel free. Thank you for watching. And if you want to join us, send me a message below. Will that Chrome thing work? Can I get messages? Probably,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because it's
Okay.
still on the Green Earth Travel page.
Okay.
So I
So,
think
or
that's
you
fine.
can just send me a message below. I will send you the link to get in here and you can join us and give us some of your questions or, some of your tips on how you travel as a vegan, if you are a vegan. At any rate, this is how many years has this been going on now, that January?
Veganuary,
Like
I
5 years?
think I was thinking 5 years,
Yeah.
5 or 6, something like that.
Okay. Veganuary started by, I don't know, you'll have to tell me this. I remember hearing this woman speaking about it and how she started, but is it a couple that started this?
Yeah, it is a couple from the UK, and it started as a bet or like a kind of drunken discussion in a pub one night. I know what it was. I think the man in the couple, he was doing Movember. Is that what you call it when you grow a mustache for November to? But it's to raise awareness for cancer of some kind. And so that just got them saying, hey, there should be a similar thing for going vegan. And so then they came up with Veganuary, which is basically where you pledge to go vegan for 1 month, for the month of January, and they give you lots of support along the way. They send you emails with helpful tips about what kind of groceries to buy and new recipes you can make and what to eat when you go out or when you go to friends or family's houses and all kinds of stuff. And people have really loved it. And I know a lot of people who have done Veganuary just as a one-off challenge and then ended up staying vegan. So obviously that is the hope that is what people will do. Not everyone does that, but it's great that lots and lots of people are trying it out anyway to see what this lifestyle is all about and whether it resonates with them.
Wow. Okay. I started a watch party. I actually just started, so just bear with me here. I'm going to turn off the. All right, there we go. All right, so we wanted to talk about, if you're a newly vegan that you became, or if you're becoming a vegan and you're going to join this Veganuary, we're going to talk about how to travel. But before we do that, I want to give some people some links on if you're looking to become a vegan. Let's see if I can post this here so you'll see it. There's a couple different links. There's called veganuary.com. Actually, I want to put our names on here. I haven't put our names on here. There's also the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. They have a 21-day kickstart, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then lastly, we've got Colleen Patrick Goudreau has a book out, and it's been out for a few years, I think. It's called the 30-Day Challenge, and these should be some great tips to get you guys started on how to become a vegan, and it's easy. It's they make it very easy for you, but we're not here just for that today. We are here to help you, and this is going to be a part 2 series. I think on Wednesday I'm going to invite some of my tour operators to come on and talk, but we're going to talk to you about how easy it is and what the best ways to do to travel as a vegan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was a big concern for me when I was first thinking about going vegan. It took me a few months to make the transition,
Uh-huh.
which is totally fine. I encourage everyone to go at their own pace. You know, trying to go cold tofurkey overnight is not always the best way to do it because you do need to relearn a lot of things. Oh, Alfredo is saying that he cannot comment on the watch party.
Yeah, so Alfredo, you can just go to our business page and you can post on there any questions that you have, which is, I'm assuming that's what you did to get here. Alfredo's one of my social media people.
Cool.
So,
So
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah. So when I was first became interested in the vegan lifestyle, and the more I learned about it, the more, I really thought that this was the only way that made sense for me. So I really wanted to take the plunge and become fully vegan. But one of the biggest things holding me back was that I was afraid that it was going to ruin travel. And travel was a huge passion of mine. It still is, and was a big part of my life. I traveled all the time. And I didn't know if it was possible to find vegan food in some of the places where I had already been, and also in some of the places where I still wanted to go. So I was afraid that being vegan would mean sacrificing some of my travel dreams, and I didn't know if I was willing to do that. But the good news is that you don't have to sacrifice any of your travel dreams when you go vegan.
No,
you can be vegan absolutely anywhere.
Yeah, when I started in the 80s, the way to find out if there was a restaurant was I had to write and mail them. So in other words, if I was writing and mailing in the US, it would get there in a few days. But or a call, because if you called, it was long distance, and it was expensive to do that.
Yeah.
So I would write them letters and
wow.
wait a month to get a letter back. So I had to plan like months and months in advance. So
wow, that's amazing. And did people actually reply? Did you get letters back in the mail?
I did. I actually did get quite a few replies. And I also have other non-vegan travel agents collect cards for me so I could find out where the vegan places are. So it's changed quite a bit. And some of the countries have changed quite a bit. Like if you go, all these, and I know you and I have talked about this over and over again, going to Germany back in the 80s was basically sausage and potatoes, that kind of thing. And now it's like the vegan mecca. And same thing with Spain and same thing with Paris. I just had a travel agent ask about how she could accommodate her clients going to Paris because she heard that Paris is hard to be vegan. It's not anymore.
No, not anymore. Yeah, there are a couple of different companies that are running vegan food tours around Paris with different routes where you get to try all the different things. You can have vegan croissants, you can have vegan French pastries, all kinds of stuff. It has really exploded there. And that's been very recently. That's been just in the past couple of years that most of these places have opened up. And it's exciting. We're seeing that. I'm based in Europe, in Lisbon, Portugal, and we are seeing the same thing here in Lisbon and all over Europe, really. There are really more. Yeah. And what do you see in the States, Donna? Do you see?
It's actually kind of crazy what's going on. DC has never been big on, a lot of vegan restaurants. And all of a sudden there's like 4 or 5 restaurants. I just went to one the other day. I went to this incredibly cool hotel. It was a socially conscious, eco-friendly, upscale hotel in DC. Because a lot of these eco-friendly places, honestly, are not my cup of tea. They're kind of like youth hostel. That's what I've found in the past. But now, these places are really coming up. And it was the place itself was not vegan, but 2 blocks away was a very well-known place called Fruitative. And it was fabulous, and I had never even heard of it, and then I heard that there's one in Maryland that just opened up. So they're popping up all over. There's one I don't know if you know anything about West Virginia, but I'm going there yeah. Well, West Virginia's kind of, a little slow to learn, but
Yeah.
there's a town called Harper's Ferry where there's a lot of history there. And we're going to be going there. We're going to be going to Shepherdstown, West Virginia. So in Shepherdstown, there's a vegan bed and breakfast that just opened up.
Wow.
Last spring, last summer, I think. And we're going to be going there for a night to check it out. And we're also going to be going to this brand new vegan restaurant in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. It's like in the middle of nowhere, it's
right.
crazy, that's happening. So it's happening everywhere.
Or at least in Western countries and developed countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was traveling around Southern Africa last year, and I will say that some places really are booming. Cape Town is a fabulous vegan foodie scene.
Yeah.
And other parts of South Africa, you can find really good vegan restaurants. But other, poorer countries around that region, like Malawi or Mozambique, they have other problems to deal with, and so
that's on their list right now.
Yeah. And it hasn't really made it there. But that does not mean that you can't find vegan food in those places either.
Right.
Because much of the local cuisine, the local dishes that people eat are already plant-based, because that is what poor people have eaten, and honestly, it's what all human civilizations have eaten throughout the world until we've created this.
It just happens. Like if you, the story that I heard about Italy was that the South was the poor area, and so you tend to find not as many meat options in those areas. Whereas the north of Italy, it was very heavily meat oriented. They were wealthier and they were able to afford that. And I'm trying to think. I just got something right out of my head here. I can't remember what it is, but it's really interesting how it's changed. But some of the ideas that I will give to people, and you'll probably agree. First off, I'm a travel agent, so I specialize in vegan travel, and I just had some people come back from Europe, and what I did is I did a day-by-day itinerary for them, and in that itinerary, I included vegan restaurants and where they're located in each. Actually, and anytime they changed a city, I would put all the vegan restaurants, and sometimes it would take me hours sometimes to put it together, but I did it, and that way they don't even have to look for it. It has the address, it has their website, it's got their hours, and the kind of food it has. So that's one option. I always push for travel agents and tour operators that do vegan travel. By the way, I'm going to announce this again. If you are watching and you want to join us, please let me know. I'll send you a link. If you send me if you go to Donna Zeigfinger, let's see if anybody sent a message here. If you go down below, I will get you on to the page here. Let me see. Can I actually, and you can join us. Let's see. So the other things are, you want to do your research ahead of time. You don't want to work with a travel agent. I don't know why you wouldn't, but that's besides the point. That's another topic. So there are some apps that you can use, and the most famous one is Happy Cow.
Yep.
Right.
That's the number one app. That's the one that I would not give away for anything. Right. I think it's probably the one that I use most when I'm traveling anyway.
Yeah. I think you do have to pay for it, but it's like $3. It's not that big a deal at all.
No, and then you have it for life.
Right.
And I actually made the switch just now from iPhone to Android. So I have my first ever Android phone, which I just got yesterday. So I'm still kind of learning how it works and everything. But there seems to be a free version of the Happy Cow app for Android. And then there's also a paid premium version. So I don't know yet what the differences are.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
The paid version that I paid a long time ago.
Well, I on iPhone, there was only one option as far as I know. So I had the
Right.
paid version on iPhone.
Right. Right.
So are you an iPhone user or an
Yeah,
Android
I'm
user?
an iPhone user.
Right. So yeah, now I'm going to check out this free Android version and see, what that has and how much you have access to there. But that's really cool if there is a free version that people can use. And the
Yeah.
website is always completely free as well.
Right.
So you can always just go to the website and you have access to the full global directory there of vegan and vegetarian and veg-friendly restaurants all over the world. And you can see all the reviews and everything. It's just a little bit more convenient to have the app when you're traveling, because you can just push the button that says, show me everything nearby. And then even if, you've just landed in a city that you've never been to before, you have no idea where you are, it doesn't matter because Happy Cow knows where you are and it can show you, all of the vegan eateries and vegan friendly eateries that are within a mile of you or however you set the parameters. So that's really convenient and really fun. But yeah, it's a great resource.
Yeah. Now I will say, if you find a restaurant you want to go to, I highly recommend that you call beforehand, because not all of the restaurants are open, or there's been some changes, they've closed down. So I highly recommend that you call beforehand, just to make sure, because, with the hundreds of thousands of restaurants, Happy Cow can't keep up with each one that's closed down unless they're told that it's been closed down. And if you do find out that it's closed down, you really should let Happy Cow know so that they can keep it updated.
Yeah, you can also just check on Google. I find that the Google listings are usually pretty well updated. Like on Google Maps, they'll tell you what the opening hours are. And that's more likely to be correct. Or you can go on their Facebook page as well. Most restaurants will have, even if they don't have a website, they'll have a Facebook page. And that's where they're more likely to, to put kind of updates, things like their holiday opening hours, for example, because when you're traveling over the Christmas or New Year holidays, lots of places are going to be closed on days when they would otherwise be open. So Facebook pages are a good place to check for that. And you can send them a message on Facebook as well. And they tend to respond pretty quickly to those because they want to keep that good rating, where Facebook says, oh, this business replies within 2 hours after you send a message. So that can, if you don't want to get on the phone, that can be a good way of trying to contact them too.
And another thing to do, which is something that I did pre-internet days, was when you go to a hotel, or if you go to a B&B, and these days you have Airbnb as well, but I'm not sure how much in touch you are with, Airbnb. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm going to shut this door. I got a barking dog here.
You sure do. No problem. He wants to join the party.
He wants to join the party. He's barking at you, Wendy.
Yeah, he's saying Happy New Year.
He's saying Happy New Year. Is when you go to a hotel, you talk to the concierge. If they don't know anything about it, they're going to look it up. They're going to find it for you. Even the front desk. I think the other day I was like, okay, where is there a vegan place? And the front desk said, oh, there's one right down the corner. You can go there. Same thing in Chicago. There was literally, they said, well, it's not, I was at a hotel in Chicago and they said, well, it's not all vegan, but there's a lot of vegan options. It's literally, you go, 2 doors down.
Right.
Which didn't used to be the case either in the 80s. But, they would always know where the vegan restaurant, because they had a vegan friend or they had a vegetarian friend or.
Or they're starting to get this question a lot from travelers as well. And so they've done the research.
So yes, if you're not into using an app and you just want to find out from the locals, that's actually, that might be even the best way to do it, because they're going to give you something that they like,
Yeah. And then once you get that recommendation, if you want more, you can then talk to the staff at that restaurant that they send you to.
That's
and
right.
And say, hey, are there any other good places that I should check out while I'm in town?
That's right. And the other thing I like about Happy Cow is that they'll also give you not only restaurants, but they give you health food stores. So if you're going into a small town and there's no restaurants. There's usually like a health food store. Are you freezing? Did you freeze up on me? I think Wendy froze up on me here. Uh-oh. Let's see. Maybe you should, can you reboot, Wendy? At any rate, you guys, this is part 1 of part 2. I'm hoping on Wednesday I can get a few more travel agents and tour operators to talk with us and give us some ideas. Let's see, Wendy. Oh, where are you? And of course, she's not on Facebook. Yeah, she's frozen. Let's see, maybe she got out. Oh, she got out. She's coming back in. So hold on, hold on. Let's see. Here she comes.
I'm back.
She's back. So Roy said you were frozen. Roy's one of my clients. He actually comes to the Doctoberfest that group of people put on every year. It's
very cool.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people with it's a bunch of people with dachshunds.
Aha. See, I was thinking doctors.
No, Doctoberfest. DAC.
No. Got it.
Right.
Because the dog who was saying Happy New Year to me earlier, he is a dachshund. Is that correct?
That's correct. Rudy is a dachshund. And Roy's got how many? I don't know if you're watching still, Roy, but how many do you have? 8? He's got a lot.
Wow.
And they're all cute and they're all really well behaved. So cool. At any rate, as I mentioned, this is part 1 of part 2. I'm going to try and do oh, okay. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. We're going to try and do this again on Wednesday with some tour operators. And if you guys can please share this out and hopefully maybe join us. I look really tired. You have 8? You have 8 dogs. Wow. He loves them all. He's great.
I'm sure he does. And I'm sure they love him too.
Yeah. So anyway, if you have any other questions, please pin them, or mention them below, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. I think I sent some links. I hope you can send the links on the watch party. But we will see you guys in 2019. We got a lot of exciting things going on.
Yeah, I've got lots of travel plans for 2019, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, and maybe Wendy, you can join us on Wednesday.
I may be able to. Yeah, okay. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. Mm-hmm. At any rate, you guys have a happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you next year.
Bye.